You pick up the heavy glass bottle, press the atomizer, and walk into a mist of amber and floral notes. That quick daily ritual represents a serious financial decision. In 2026, a standard bottle of designer fragrance routinely demands between $100 and $200. At that price, you are buying an invisible business card. It enters a room a fraction of a second before you do, and it stays lingering in the air after you leave. To mitigate the risk of spending that kind of money on a bad match, millions of shoppers go straight to the global top 5 bestsellers lists. It is a logical strategy that guarantees a high-quality, rigorously tested formulation. However, that safety comes with a severe trade-off: extreme ubiquity. When you wear a scent that millions of other people wear, you adopt all the existing memories associated with it. You run a very high risk of smelling exactly like someone's ex or the coworker they can't stand. This chart shows the market pulled in two opposite directions. One side, intense neo-gourmand profiles designed to dominate. The other, clean florals built for versatility. We'll decode these chemical profiles so you match the scent directly to your environment. Maximizing the return on a $150 investment requires buying for contextual utility. Global sales rankings are a secondary consideration to how the scent performs in your specific room. This matrix will help us break down our first category, the statement makers. These are aggressive formulations engineered specifically for nightlife and high-energy environments. Yves Saint Laurent's Libre Intense and Carolina Herrera's Good Girl dominate the space. Look at the inputs driving Libre Intense. It takes crisp lavender, a note historically reserved for men's cologne, and drowns it in rich Madagascar vanilla. Good Girl runs on a similar contrast. It pits bright white florals, specifically nardo and jasmine, directly against a dark, heavy base of roasted tonka bean and cacao. The result of these heavy base notes is massive projection and extreme longevity. These fragrances are designed to leave an empowered, undeniable footprint. In the industry, that lingering trail is called sillage. For statement makers, high sillage is both their biggest selling point and their biggest liability. If you deploy that level of projection in a closed environment, like a Monday morning staff meeting, a crowded gym, or during high summer heat, the heavy vanilla and cacao quickly becomes suffocating and cloying to the people around you. These are strictly situational investments. They yield massive returns in the right setting, but they fail entirely if you try to force them into the role of an everyday signature scent. That brings us to our second category, the modern minimalists. Brands like Prada have built entirely different scent architectures designed to counteract the heavy gourmand trend with understated intellectual luxury. Returning to our matrix, we can see how Prada Paradox, along with Dior's J'adore, approach the market from a totally different angle. Their chemical inputs lean heavily on fresh neroli buds, grounded by warm, subtle amber and clean white musks. The outcome is an elegant, inoffensive aura. It smells expensive but clean, adapting perfectly to a strict professional daytime environment. The trade-off here is power. By prioritizing a polite, subtle profile, these fragrances sacrifice room-filling projection. If you wear them to an evening event, they will get lost in the noise, often requiring you to reapply them multiple times. The minimalists are highly reliable daily drivers. You just have to accept that you are buying versatility rather than the ability to stand out. For buyers who want guaranteed performance, we look to Category 3, the reliable signatures. These are the historical titans that have dominated global sales. Chanel's Coco Mademoiselle and Lancome's La Vie est Belle are the undisputed kings here. Looking closely at our matrix, both share a globally proven chemical foundation, a heavy patchouli base layered underneath iris or rose. Notice the spike in the ubiquity column. They deliver a guaranteed 8 hours of lifespan and universally recognized appeal. But the cost of that perfection is your individuality. Wearing them means surrendering the idea of having a unique, undiscovered scent profile. On the opposite end of the spectrum is Category 4, the viral value trend, driven entirely by social media algorithms pushing quick, accessible alternatives. Latafa Yara is having a spectacular year. It delivers massive hits of heavy vanilla and tropical fruit for a fraction of designer prices. The catch with the viral tier is structural depth. Legacy houses design scents that evolve over hours. The budget alternatives skip that complex dry down, leaving you with a scent that is pleasant but largely flat and linear. You face a stark choice: the guaranteed social acceptance of a legacy classic or the inexpensive thrill of a fleeting TikTok trend. Neither path offers true uniqueness. Map purchases to lifestyle needs. Office optimizers sit bottom right with Prada Paradox and Idole. Night out strategists move top right with Libre Intense and Good Girl. Safe investors take top left with La Vie est Belle and Coco Mademoiselle. Trend hunters find Yara on the far right. Fragrance is a highly engineered chemical input. Its sole purpose is to yield a specific social outcome in a specific environment. True fragrance luxury is found in the precise deployment of the right scent profile for the exact right room. It requires a calculated understanding of chemical projection, rather than a reliance on sales rankings.